Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Jerry.
This is Ron Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest night,
no evil shall escape my sight.
But those who worship evil's might,
beware my power.
Green Lantern's light.
Hello and welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern Podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, the master of the core, all the cores. It is.
Hi, Will. Hi, everyone.
And I should have cut off that intro in Brightest Day. I should have just cut it off right there.
That's right there. That's what we're talking about, right?
Yep, we're Brightest Day, kids. So, yes, today we're going to cover Brightest Day 8 through 12. So, once again, no, except for a white lantern, there's no lanterns in sight.
Although they go looking for one.
I know you can tell Deadman's desperate. He's like, we got to find Green Lantern. Yeah, I think meaning how. He's like,
yeah, we got to find out. Okay, if that's your plan, okay. He's not going to have one, so you have no plan.
I guess he's thinking, well, maybe it's just like, oh, Hal Jordan can point me in the right direction. He knows lanterns. Yeah. Like, all right. But yes, like we were just talking about offline, I guess the newest issue of Green Lantern came out last week. What was that, number 10?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, Hal makes it to Oa. Yeah, we kind of see the resistance with Joe. We finally see Simon. Simon's there.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. I told you we see Teen Lantern. She's captured by the United United Planets.
Mm-hmm.
And Jessica is kind of working as the inside spy because
we got that in number 9 because she was the backup story, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know you were worried about, because they said it was kind of like a tie-in to that House of Brainiac stuff they're doing in the Superman books.
Mm-hmm.
Really, the only tie-in is because, again, in the backup, we see Guy going after Lobo.
Nice.
And I know we've seen in was it Action Comics? I guess Brainiac's working. What is that? The Zarians, Lobo's people. They're back. Somehow there's a bunch of Zarians back. Yeah.
That's okay. That's because originally he killed them all.
Yeah. Yeah, because Guy thinks he sees Lobo in the middle of what is that? The Galactic Wrestling or whatever. Remember what Jeremy had in an issue of his Flash run?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Guy kind of interrupts that match. He's like, "I'm taking you back to Oa. I'm taking you back to Oa, Lobo." This guy's like, "I'm not Lobo." He's like, "Yeah, right." So yeah,
cool.
it's a pretty funny backup. Just Guy's like, he's like, "Come on, you're coming with me, Lobo." I'm not Lobo.
Cool.
Those two have had a feud since at least Justice League International days?
Since I guess that's where he met him, but then of course he hired him to help find, Sinestro's ring.
Oh, yeah.
Pre-Emerald Twilight, and then he kind of, didn't necessarily pay him, right?
Yeah. Oh, but speaking of Justice League International, Wilf and I were just talking to JMD Mateus the other day.
Not to drop any names or anything.
No. I mean, yes, just talk to a man. Some of you may have heard of Mr. JMD Mateus. I mean, it's not the first time I've talked to him.
This is JMD Mateus, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
But yes, no, I did talk to him. We were talking to him, and because I had seen on his Twitter, I think it's like the 3rd volume, maybe there's like another omnibus of his Justice League run. So I think, like I said, I think it's like 3rd volume. So yeah, kids, you give I think you can get all. I think he said on by the end, so you can get his whole Justice League run in like maybe 3 omnibuses.
Very cool. Now they just need to get that Spectre run in there.
Oh yeah, that's what I told him about. I said, me and Will are still always crying about we need to get your Spectre run reprinted. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, because he really likes that stuff because he loves like the supernatural side because he loves Doctor Fate. So I asked him, I said, what's something else you'd like to write? He's like, he'd love to write more Doctor Fate, a Doctor Strange, something. Yeah.
That might make Doctor Fate might make a certain Justin very happy.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, definitely, yeah. I mean, and again, I'm down for anything, James DeMatteis, but yeah, I think more Doctor Fate would be awesome.
My favorite biscuit.
Yeah, I read there's another omnibus coming out. Crap, what was it? Darn it, I don't remember what it was. I think it was related to Green Lantern. Oh well, okay, I'll have to see if I can figure out what that was.
Like I said, I know that the James DeMatteis' Justice League run, you can get it in like 3 omnibus, hardcover omnibuses. So.
Yeah. I do like the omnibuses, as you can tell.
Yeah. And I'll have to give everyone a report because I think we are going to talk his Kickstarter when all the issue 2s come out. I didn't get the issue 1s the first time, but I know he said, "Oh, there's a collection," so I went on to like buy the collection. But you could still buy the issue 1s for his.
Yep.
So it's like I just bought those. Those should be coming soon.
Cool. I think I got them all, but I've only read 1 or 2 of them. I need to get my read pile,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know how you wait a month and then read everything for the month, at once. I'd be so far behind.
I am so far behind, Phil.
Because he said like they must have done a poll after all the issue 1s came out, and he, which one should go forward, and he said the consensus was yes, all 4 should keep going.
All four, yeah. That's cool. And
it's easy for him. He has people doing all the business stuff. He has to create. That's it.
Yeah, and it was a really successful Kickstarter too, I think, if I remember right.
Well, yeah.
Of course it was, because it's James DeMatteis.
Yeah, I was going to say the name doesn't hurt. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking. No, good.
Any other Green Lantern news?
Not that I know of. I believe I'll pick it up this week, but I think Word Journal's out this week.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 8. So yes, Green Lantern Word Journal number 8 will be out this week. So there's that news. Just looking at the list here. I don't think anything else Green Lantern related is. But yeah. Oh, I know Lil asked me if you ever got that Hal Jordan Red Lantern Funko yet.
Oh no, I got to get that.
I'd say your best bet is online because like around my birthday, like Daniel and Luca asked me what I wanted. I got like those 2 Funkos there. There's a Spider-Man one and a Ghost Rider one there, like in the big box. Because I was looking because we were in Target. I was looking for the Hal Jordan Funko and I didn't see it. Even though their app said it was supposed to be there, but I didn't see it in any of the Funkos. There was like 2 different spots for Funkos and I didn't see it anywhere. Because I don't know if it's still on sale, but I know at one point it was on sale for like $9.99. So
okay, yeah, that's cool. I'm down with that.
Yeah, exactly. Who would have thought, kids? All you have to do is go on Target's app or website, just punch in Hal Jordan. Oh, might be back up to $14.99.
I'm looking for it right now.
Yes, it is on. I do see it is on the app. It's still saying it's at stock in my local store. Okay. But
there it is. I see it. Well,
Red
no, it's not available in Fayetteville, of course.
Okay.
I'll have to get that ordered. Yeah, Red Lantern. Hope it doesn't, like leak anywhere. Anyway.
What?
Those Red Lanterns, they get kind of leaky at times.
Oh, yeah. Oh, how great would that be? Red Lantern Funko with spinning action. Yeah. All right. So should we get to these Brightest Day issues, which, again, I have no synopses for?
Yeah, I think so, but I do want to. I was thinking about something as I was reading these.
Okay.
With Sinestro Core War, we had a giant crossover that was extraordinarily well done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, for the Green Lantern books, and then we had
Blackest
some
Night.
we had some mini
Yeah.
mini arcs, here and there, Rage of the Red Lanterns, Agent Orange, Secret Origin, all these things going on. But with Blackest Night, it's like the nonstop crossovers started at that
Yeah.
point, right? With Blackest Night right into Brightest Day. I think as soon as Brightest Day officially ends, like in the Green Lantern books, it's not really Green Lantern anymore. But as soon as it ends as a crossover, then we're back to War of the Green Lantern. So it's just been like nonstop, almost a continuous kind of, something's always crossing over. So I'm kind of looking forward to when maybe we get a little less, universal action and maybe bring it down a little bit to some shorter stories, maybe. Anyway, that's just something I was thinking about.
Yeah. I mean, as good as the stories are, I think when you're doing crossover to crossover to crossover, you're kind of losing like Hal and like the others, where it's like you're really not getting much. I mean, that's the one thing that bugged me around this era, where it's like, Hal's basically jumping from crisis to crisis in space. He's not on Earth. We're not getting basically the personal life is gone.
Mm-hmm.
We don't see him in the Air Force. We don't see him with Cowgirl. We don't really see him much with Carol, unless it's Sapphire stuff.
I wonder if the New 52 non-reboot of Green Lantern was maybe addressing a little bit of that, because hey, he's spoilers. We'll get there, but you know what happens. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, kind of gives him a minute to slow down, and
yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll get there.
Yep. But back to the crossover. Brightest Day, numbers 8 through 12.
Yes. All right. So, yes, we'll start with Brightest Day, number 8. October 2010, The Secret Life, Part 2. No, The Secret of Life, Part 2. Writer Jeff Johns and Peter Tomasi. Pencilers Ivan Reyes, Patrick Gleason, Scott Clark, and Joe Prado. Inkers Vincente Cifuentes, David Beatty, Mark Irwin, and Christian Alamy. Colorist Peter Steigerwald, letterer Rob Clark Jr., and editors Eddie Berganza, Rex Ogle, and Adam Schlauman. All right, so this one opens in a big crater in New Mexico.
With a white lantern.
That's right. I love Deadman's like, I know why we're back. That's because I told you, Boston Brand.
Yeah.
But I see Deadman saying he's had these visions. Not Deadman has been saying he's had these visions.
Yes, not Deadman.
Not Deadman.
No, that's not Deadman. It's not Dead Man, not Deadman. There you go. Resurrected Man. Yeah, there you go.
But he say they had visions of everyone. Martian Manhunter, Firestorm, Maxwell Lord, and Dove's like, who's Maxwell Lord? And the Lantern says, Maxwell Lord must stop the war before it starts. I'm like, really? Maxwell Lord is going to stop a war? And then Hawk's all mad because he says, the Lantern says, we're back to help the arrival of another hero. He's like, I'm not a puppet. Hawk, I'm back to get a second chance at waging war against crime. But not Deadman saying, if they, basically carrying out this mission is the only way to get this white ring off my finger. He's like, I'm going to do it. I've got a choice. And then, Hawk saying the ring told him he was back to protect Dove. And then she's like, from what? She's like, asking not Deadman to ask the ring what she needs protection from. And it says, we all need protection and we need a new protector. So start searching. So this is when not Deadman says, ring, take me to Hal Jordan.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, we're getting this issue felt a little kind of unfocused because we kept jumping around so much, and I get why they're doing it, but next issue we get a huge reveal with respect to the Hawks, and we'll talk about that, but we don't see them again
Yeah.
until much later.
Yeah, because this is one we kind of tried to do, 3 storylines. Some of these ones, they were only focusing on 2 of the stories. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
like it kind of when we just pare it down to 2 at least. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah, not Deadman and Dove disappear, leaving Hawk behind. And then on Australia, Martian Manhunter has healed Miss Martian. Because he was again, he had a White Lantern flash, just like all those who were resurrected. And Martian's telling him, "Oh, I was attacked by a green Martian." He's like, "No, that's impossible. I'm the last green Martian. It had to be a white Martian, but nope." She opens her mind, lets him see, and yes, it was a green Martian. Who was all,
Wait, the reveal for the Hawks was this issue. Man, so we don't even see him 9, 10, 11, or 12.
Oh yeah, I was gonna. I thought we saw him in the last. I thought we didn't see him in 12. Yeah, I know.
We
I
saw,
know a few issues we go without seeing him.
We saw the Black Lantern versions of them, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't think we saw them again. I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time today.
Maybe that's why I felt like a better flow with these issues, because the Hawk story is kind of my least favorite out of these.
It's off to the side. Yeah, it's out there. Doesn't seem to really be affecting or anything that really is going on with all of the rest of the resurrected heroes and villains.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we do know that one of the 12, he's finished. Professor Zoom, you get to keep your life. You did what you were supposed to do by bringing Barry Allen out of the
Speed Force, yeah.
out of the Speed Force. So, done. Okay, so 1 out of 12 done. Mark that one off the list, Phil.
You do you, kid. So yeah, we see Hawkman on Hawk World basically getting the rundown of basically what this is, kind of like a little tunnel dimension between Earth and Thanagar. So I guess the gist of it is this, what was it? Humans went to Thanagar way back in the day.
Thousands and thousands of years ago. Yeah.
So yeah, that's why some of them look human, because they're some of the ancestors were humans from Earth. Which again, I'm like, okay, it's interesting, but I'm just like, didn't Jeff Johns just try to uncomplicate the whole Hawkman history with the reincarnation stuff, and now it seems like we're kind of complicating it again?
It's been so long since I read those original Hawkman issues,
Yeah.
which were really good, really good, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure where this is going, because we're in undiscovered territory here. I have not read past what we've read this week. So
yeah, me neither. I haven't. I can't remember reading, because I haven't read it since it was out. But yeah, no. But I'm just like, okay, the resurrection, thing kind of, simplified. Why we've had all these versions of Hawkman and Hawkwoman, Hawkgirl, because of the resurrection. Okay, that's fine. But it seems like ever since then they've been trying to add layers to it, and I'm like, you're just complicating it again.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Yeah. Keep it simple, stupid. So many little hellfire areas.
Keep it simple, stupid.
There we go.
Hopefully we can get her for next episode.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, and then Hawk. Oh yes, this might be the only issue with this week with the Hawks, because with Half Set and this mysterious Queen Shrike, who reveals,
great double page splash of Hawkwoman.
Yes.
Right there. I mean, that is
Oh yeah.
That is amazing.
And then
Yeah.
yes. The big
The-
reveal was that
A
yes,
big reveal.
Queen Shrike is her mother. I am her mother.
Mom. Wait, is that her original mom? How are you still alive, original mom? That was thousands of years ago.
I know, that's what I was saying. Weren't they talking like 1,000 or 2,000? Again, unless it's just time moves different in Hawk World.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Or magic.
It's magic.
And then yes, Miss Martian and John Jones back in Australia, and yes, Martian Manhunter discovers a telepathic black hole, and where is it? In the center of Star City in that forest. There's a big hole in Star City. Don't talk about Oliver like that.
He's just a hole. Sorry. Sorry. Not sorry. Not sorry.
So yeah, so what do you think of this? I mean, we got the little bit with the Deadman in the beginning, and then we got a little bit with Martian Manhunter, but this was mostly the Hawk's book. This one,
Yeah, it was. So I don't know. It was nice to have that focus on the Hawks, but we went through, boom, 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 a couple of quick jumps to other stuff, and then we finally got to the Hawks.
yeah,
And and then we got the last page with, last 2 pages with Martian Manhunter. So things are moving forward. But I still think that this book is better when it focuses more.
yes,
I
yes.
really do.
Oh yeah, like I said, I don't know if it's just the Hawk story is kind of like my least favorite personally. So since we're not doing as much Hawks after this issue, it's kind of.
Which is interesting because I really did love that Hawkman book when it was coming out.
Yeah.
And this this has a completely different feel to that. And I'm not quite sure what it is about it that I'm just like, it's not as interesting to me.
Like I said, we're overcomplicating it again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, just go with the reincarnation. Okay. They die, they get reincarnated. They die, they get reincarnated. Let's stick with that.
Yeah, let's do that. That works.
Yes.
It's worked for thousands of years. No.
All right. Ready for number 9?
You bet.
All right. Brightest Day, number 9, November 2010, Lost and Found. I think we pretty much have the same team here. Yeah, we've still got all our pencilers, inkers. All right, so this one opens, and again, we first we see Aquaman in the Atlantic, Aquaman and Mira, and then not Deadman and Dove show up.
Yeah, oops. Surprise.
He's like, "Ask the ring to take me to Green Lantern," and it dumps me underwater. And then it says, "Do you remember Camp Brighton, Boston?" He's like, "What? Used to love swimming. Used to love swimming." See. So yeah, they're explaining the whole thing of Aquaman and Mira. So he says, basically tell me we have to find whoever this ring is looking for. Not till the 12 do what they've been asked to do. And then Aquaman's like, "That's what we do, Deadman. You go and tell everyone and tell them what you told us." He's like, "Yeah, if there's someone meant for this ring, we have to find him." In the meantime, because Aquaman's had a vision of a young boy.
I wonder who that is.
Says, I need to find him. And once again, Mira, Queen of the Secrets, is like, "Arthur, I know who he is." How we have to find him, because once again, it's Jackson Hyde, who we saw in New Mexico.
I actually do like. I didn't know who he was, so I actually think the reveal is kind of cool.
Oh yeah, because we see he does seem to have he can has that water manipulation power, and yes, and his father's comes out and talks to him, says, "Your mother and I don't want to lose you," and then he's saying, I think it's time for the truth. And then we see Martian Manhunter getting the Star City. Because he says, if I believe the vision I was given by the White Lantern, I will have to burn down this place of miraculous growth to destroy the other green Martian left in the universe. But then he gets there and guess his heat vision runs amok.
Yeah.
Although he's been having problems with touching plant life these days. So.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we see that other green Martian basically has massacred everyone in this supermarket.
Yeah, pretty much. This was a little confusing. He went there because
it's like
there
a
was
it's like
black hole.
Yeah, I guess it's the only place on Earth he couldn't. Yeah, he couldn't
And then when he gets there, the tree says, "Not here." But I'm gonna freak you out before I tell you that it's not here.
Yeah.
And then Oliver Queen's gonna go Return of the Jedi on you. And I don't know, that just seemed like a really weird little side quest for him.
I know. Well, I think his telepathy's running amok here in the woods and stuff. And then, we kind of Hulk's out too, because at first Oliver doesn't recognize him. He's like, starts shooting arrows at him. And then, John defends himself. But then Oliver's like, is that you? But the ring's telling Martian Manhunter, focus your thoughts, do not deviate, assume control, embrace me, embrace you. Let life win, let death win. This is not the green you will burn. This is not the forest you will raise. And then we see that other green Martian is, I guess, feeling this too.
Mm-hmm.
Because basically he's talking about wants to bring life back to Mars, and that other green Martian is saying, forsake Earth, bring it back, bring Mars back for us.
And then everything that he killed inside there, once Green Arrow gets him out, just completely regenerates. So I'm like,
yep.
Hey, what was the point of this again? I mean, it just seems like an odd little. It seemed like an odd little detour. I mean,
I know it almost seems like, oh hey kids, Green Arrow's in a magical forest these days. Go check out his book.
Yeah, he's totally not Robin Hood.
No. Oh yeah, the whole Return of the Jedi joke, with the trees.
Yeah. Hey, those Ewoks are terrifying, man. Terrifying.
Oh yeah, I mean, what year that movie come out? I was pretty young. I was like, what the heck? They're gonna eat Luke Skywalker.
They ate all those stormtroopers, and you know that dress that Leia put on? I'm pretty sure they ate the previous owner of that dress.
Oh.
Don't you think?
Yeah. You so luckily they don't speak English. Be like, oh yeah, you're so pretty. We won't eat you. What? Nothing.
Yeah. No, we didn't say that. Yeah, nothing.
So after this whole freak out thing, Green Arrow and John leave the forest. Like you said, it regenerates and. Basically, he says he's heading home, basically to Mars. And then we see Black Manta at the end of this. Who basically gets attacked by was it the Zebels or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, Siren. Is that her name, Siren?
Yeah, Mira's sister. Yep. And
now I read that as she's the mother.
Oh, is she?
I read it that way. Am I right?
The mother. Oh, what
of Jason?
Oh, I don't know. Because she says the Manta at the end of this. She goes, "We need to find your son." She doesn't say our son. She says
son.
Your
okay,
son.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember if they did reveal that with them, but yeah. can't remember. Yeah, but no, because she said at the end, yes, it is revealed. Yes, Black Manta is Jackson's father. Talk about the Darth Vader room. Talk about Star Wars. I am your father. All right, so thoughts on this one?
This one was more focused, although I was, again, like I said, I was kind of confused about the whole
Why we did the
John
whole
Jones
forest thing?
detour. Yeah, it just didn't make a whole lot of sense to
It's
me.
for the bigger story, Will. You're not seeing the forest for the trees.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. Wow, I walked right into that one. But aside from that, yeah, I mean, it's still, we get Black Manta figuring things out, and yeah, I mean, I thought this was a pretty good issue. I mean, all these issues have been good. It's just that seemed like an odd little story
Yeah.
detour for. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe maybe it will be revealed.
Hopefully. Like I said, I haven't done a reread yet of past this because again, I haven't read these since this came out.
Hmm.
So depressing. What 14 years ago?
Exactly. And I didn't read past 3 or 4 originally. I think I have most of them, some of them. I don't know. I'll have to remember. I'll have to go find them. But yeah.
Once again, I realize I'm an old man because anything past the year 2000, I'm like, oh, that's the new stuff.
Yeah.
All right, ready for 10?
You bet.
All right, let's see. All right, Brightest Day number 10, November 2010. A change is gonna come. It seems like we're pretty much sticking with our same teams here because we were kind of jumping around this first couple, but I think we've kind of settled on a regular creative team here, even though it's like 3 pencilers, 4
Yeah.
inkers. But yeah, although I mean it makes sense because you have all these different storylines going on.
Yeah, it says Jackson's was originally born to an unnamed Zabellian woman and Black Manta. So I don't guess they've revealed his mother yet. Okay, cool.
It's just some Disney princess. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Scrolling back here. Okay, so this one, yeah, we start with Firestorm. Well, Ronnie and Jason and Professor Stein is testing a theory. Because he says, turn this football into a plastic globe of the earth. And then Jason's like, what's going on? I know this, but he can't change. And he's like, Professor Stein's like, yeah, you do, Jason, but does Ronald?
And I'm a little bit. I need to see how this plays out, but hey, we caught the Big Bang. Firestorm Matrix is the Big Bang. You two are the most dangerous being in the universe. I'm like, that seems a little much.
Yeah, once again, they're trying to put layers upon layers because I don't know if you ever read the original Firestorm series.
Long ago.
Yeah, because I don't know if you remember, because for after a while, Professor Stein's out of that Matrix, and then Ronnie's merged with a Russian guy, and they're kind of like an elemental almost. But then at the end of the series, it's basically Professor Stein just becomes one with the fire elemental, and it was revealed. It's oh yeah, no, this thing was meant just for Professor Stein originally. Ronnie wasn't even supposed to be in that mix, so he was originally supposed to be but now it's oh, it's the Big Bang. It's okay, I thought it was a living thing.
Yeah. So, and then the professor's back, so it wasn't meant for him. So yeah.
Well, that was weird too, because he became the fire elemental, went into space, but it's he left just enough of Firestorm so Ronnie could transform by himself in the Firestorm for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought that that initial conception of Professor Stein with Ronnie because I thought that was a really cool idea. I mean, that was late 70s, early 80s that he debuted, right?
I think
I
so.
think.
Yeah. Because I think
So, I mean,
they did like a mini series, and I think then he was showing up in the Justice League. Then he got his own ongoing, and
yeah. And I don't know. I guess the further you get away from that initial conception, maybe the concept starts fighting back. I don't know. It's
well,
like
yeah, because at this point here with Ronnie and Jason, it's like, okay, you got two college guys. One's the smarter one, one's not. But yeah, like the original concept, it's like the teenage kid, the college, the physicist.
Exactly.
Yeah. That was the whole point. It's like, oh, well, he doesn't know stuff. So, but the physicist can say, okay, this is how you change matter and other forms of matter. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this is them trying to do kind of a reset on Firestorm. Well, I think a lot of Brightest Day, when you get right down to it, is resets of some of these characters so that they can set them to a point and start again. Like with Aquaman, right?
Yeah.
When did he was he still Captain Hook when he died? Sorry.
No. Because what was it? Was that Our Worlds at War? It was like was that like early 2000s? Yeah, like when he dies there, I think he has the hook. Yeah, when he comes back, what is that, JLA, the Obsidian Age or whatever?
Oh wow, I didn't even know he died during that, so I'm way behind.
Well, it's so weird because it's like I think they thought he died, but he actually like time traveled or
As you do, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the story where he loses the hook, but then he gets like a water hand or something. Yeah, I'm not.
I kind of remember a water hand. Yeah. Okay.
I think that's a whole. Wasn't there a certain point where they like sunk San Diego or something, and it was under? It was like almost like
Maybe
Atlantis or something. Yeah. Again, I wasn't reading Aquaman much in that era,
yeah.
so but yeah. Yeah, speaking of stuff they've tacked on the characters, Aquaman's had his share.
Yes, indeed.
Captain Hook.
But yeah, I mean, Brightest Day for.
But yeah, no, you're right.
All of its, large storyline, it really boils down to resetting some characters so that we can continue to use them for something else now, right? And I think that's laudable, but
and again, you're right. I think the plan seems to be, okay, if these characters are different, that's because we killed them and then we resurrected them and they came back a little different,
Yeah, I think you're right.
But yeah, that whole thing, it's like, oh yeah, you're the most dangerous,
being in the universe.
But what about that when he was like, oh yeah, it's part, he caught a piece of the Big Bang and stuff, and he's like, talking about the, how the universe, the Big Bang, and then it starts contracting and stuff, and then starts again. But he's like, this universe's expiration date is long overdue.
I don't think so.
Like, then we wipe it and start fresh after every crisis. I'm like, how is this universe?
Hasn't the clock just been reset? I mean, come on.
I mean, between Crisis on Infinite Earth, 0 Hour, Infinite Crisis,
Final Crisis.
We got at this point, yeah. Should be all brand new.
Exactly.
Or unless we're talking about, the new 52's coming or something.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think that this is a lot earlier than.
Well, this is what is this? 2010. I mean, we might be like a year or about a year till New 52 starts. So
maybe I don't know.
I would think, as when you're gonna, you reboot the entire, most of the entire line. I think you're out. You're gonna know you're doing it.
One would hope.
You would hope. Although I don't think they got that timeline down.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So what else we get? Oh yeah, back to the Aquaman stuff. But yeah, him and Mira separate because he's like, yeah, we got all these tasks we got to do. He's like, plus I need time alone. since I find out all the stuff you've been keeping from me.
For years, literally.
Exactly. And then Jackson's talking to his dad. Well, turns out his adopted dad, because it turns out, yes, he finds out they aren't his real mother and father. So a strange woman brought him to them 15 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And then this magic box that only he can open. Oh yeah, and this is a flashback. Yes, that's Mira, right? I mean, she's not wearing the crown thing, but that's Mira. A woman rose up from the sea with you in her arms. That was the first time your mother. Yeah, she said you would save the world from a war between the land and the sea. She also said one day she'd come back.
No pressure.
No, not at all. But they didn't want to lose him, so we ran from the water, the oceans. That's why they're living in the middle of New Mexico. But then, yes, he's trying to open this box, but then it's like, oh, he starts glowing. What's happening? Your powers are being activated because you're being tracked by me, because it's Manta. So then they get in the truck and try to drive away, but then they go into the water, or Jackson can attack him with the water.
Yeah, I have to say, I do like the scene where Aquaman shows up. I thought that was really well done.
Oh, yeah, yep. Because Siren shows up and everything. Because Manta even says to her, you made him like you. And she goes, no, he's different from us. Oh, yeah, no, that is a badass scene. Because Manta shoots one of those little arrows or whatever right at Jackson's adopted dad's face. And then Aquaman just shows up and catches the ear.
Yeah, he does have a cool entrance there. That's a nice splash page. Well, mostly splash page.
Catching that arrow with one hand, that hook with one hand, and then holding that trident with the other hand.
Yep.
But then back to Firestorm. Yes, now Professor Stein is saying they're like a living version of the Large Hadron Collider beneath the Franco-Swiss border.
Yeah, I don't think that the Large Hadron Collider, I don't think that there's a non-zero chance that it will destroy the universe. I mean,
well, they're saying a 1 in 10 billion chance.
Yeah, I don't even think that that's reasonable.
But he says, in fact, every time you and Ronald argue, you're causing a destabilization in the Matrix. The more you're at emotional odds, the higher the chances of triggering a new Big Bang. Oh, what if they would have used that for the New 52?
There you go.
What is this New 52? Well, two teenagers were arguing, and now we have a new universe.
Yeah. That's as it happens,
Oh, I thought this is where babies came from.
Yeah. I don't think they're arguing then. Anyway.
But yeah, he even says, if they blow up, everything in existence will be destroyed, leaving only the two of you. So they'll destroy the universe, but they'll still be around.
Yeah, it'll be okay. But we get Deathstorm, which is a cool Kewl name, right?
Yeah. Because they hear a voice say the Matrix, and they're like, they're saying, do you hear that? Is it the Matrix? No. And they hear a voice say, not the Matrix. The Matrix is a thing, dude. I'm a somebody. Separates them, and then he's looking at Professor Stein. Oh yeah, that last page. I mean, that is some good art for Deathstorm. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's nice. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So what do you think, Will?
I thought this one was pretty good. I mean, aside from the
you're gonna destroy the universe.
With the Large Hadron Collider, you're gonna destroy the universe. Okay, whatever. But
Bazinga!
I thought the Aquaman scene I thought was really cool. That was cool.
Oh
yeah. I thought that was a good issue.
Mm-hmm.
Again, no more Hawks. We're not talking about the Hawks.
We didn't even get Deadman in this one, did we?
We didn't even get no Deadman in this one. Wait, or was he right at the beginning when he told? No, I don't think he was. Not
That
in
was the
number
last
10,
one.
right?
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it might have been 9. Yeah.
Yeah, this is just Aquaman and Firestorm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's focused. Yep. I think that really helps the issues when they just focus on
Yeah.
2,
2.
max 3, but just 2 seems to be a lot better.
Yeah. All right. Ready for the next one?
You bet.
All right. Brightest Day 11, December 2010, Father's Day. I think we got the same. Oh, wait. I don't know if these inkers are the same or not. David Beatty, Eau Claire Albert, Keith Champagne, and Tom Guyan. So we might have changed up some inkers here.
Mm-hmm.
Pencilers look the same. All right. This one begins with Deathstorm again.
Mm-hmm.
In the town of Pittsburgh. But yeah, Deathstorm is saying, yeah, he's going to put Johnny and Jason through so much emotional torment. I'm going to make them hate each other. You already know what it'll do. Kaboom. There goes the neighborhood. And that's all I want, he's telling Professor Stein. Old dude, the death of every living thing. Professor Stein, where are you? I'm glad you asked. Call me. And does that makes it Tombstone? It says Deathstorm.
Yep.
I'm unstoppable, death personified. So he's basically saying Ronnie and Jason created him, and so I'm assuming. I think he says because he's still around because those two won't let him go. So I'm assuming yes, this is the last Black Lantern, and he's basically been survived because of the Firestorm Matrix.
Yep, I think you're right.
But yeah, he says, I'm not going to kill you, Professor. And yeah, Deathstorm absorbs Professor Stein. But then meanwhile, back in New Mexico, yeah, Aquaman and Manta are going at it. Then Siren's like, where's Mira? Then Aquaman.
Wouldn't you like to know? Sorry.
Exactly. So yeah, Aquaman tells Jackson his dad to run. Oh, and then Manta's like, you can't keep me away from that boy. After all, you know how important sons can be to their fathers. Because yes, remember, kids, was it Manta the one who killed Aqua Baby?
Yeah.
Then back to the Firestorm stuff. I mean, I'm kind of liking the Firestorm stuff. Again, just not the whole, oh yeah, you're the reset button for the universe.
Yeah, exactly. That's not necessarily awesome, but it's again, we focused on 2 stories. We get Firestorm and we get Aquaman this time.
But yeah, Deathstorm really trying to get into their heads, telling Ronnie, oh, the professor's disappointed in you because he knows what kind of potential you have. And then he's like, kill Jason and I'll leave you and the professor alone. Jason hates you anyway. But even Jason's like, no, he didn't kill my girlfriend. That was you, Deathstorm.
You did it, yeah.
Oh, and I like the callback to the original series, yeah, because they merge, and then Ronnie says, "You like Rage, dude? How about the Fury of Firestorm?" That's a good page, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Very nice.
Even talks in the logo. You know the other languages? I talk in logos. Oh, jeez. And then Black.
And then back to Aquaman and Black Manta.
Basically tormenting Aquaman with, I killed your son. And then Aquaman's like, you can't hurt me anymore, Manta. There's no one else you can use. Like that. And he says, what about Mira? What about what her people did to me? What about what happened? What about what they wanted to do to you? You were the last to know. Kind of gives them the shock. Then we see Jason's dad, and then
he joins the Deathstorm Matrix. The party.
Yeah, Deathstorm is basically taking both their father figures. He says road trip. Then back to Aquaman. Oh yeah, this is funny because Aquaman and Jason and his dad getting that semi and get
Drive.
away from Manta. Yeah. Well, first, I mean, I don't. Does Manta kind of get hit? Yeah. Maybe gets clipped by the side of the truck.
Yep.
And then back to Firestorm. They're saying we can't let him Deathstorm get away.
But they get to the White Lantern, and Deathstorm picks it up.
Yeah, because he picks it up and starts he starts corrupting it or something. Yeah, he affects it a little. He says, "I destroy this thing, and I destroy all life on Earth." And then we hear the voice, "No, you will not destroy the White Lantern. You will bring the White Lantern to me. You will bring me an army. The 12 who live must be stopped. The new savior must never be chosen. The power of life will belong to me." And then Deathstorm says, "You heard him, dudes. Rise!" And we see a zombie versions of those ones who are resurrected.
That's right. Oh, hey, we got a dead man.
Yes.
A skeletal dead man
I
in
know.
the back there.
But they're not, well, again, is this part of them? Because, I mean, we see Aquaman standing there, but we know he's in a truck in New Mexico.
And we know the Hawks are in Hawk World, and
Yeah.
Dove's not there. Jade is somewhere else, and Max
Well, with the
Lord is back
Justice
there.
League stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter's on Mars. But then, yes, back in that truck, Jackson opens that box, and was that a map?
Mm-hmm.
And then we see John Jones headed back to Mars. And look, get the
Black Lantern symbol around his pyramid in green. Yeah.
next Mars rises. All right, so what you think?
I don't know. This one it jumped back and forth a lot.
Yeah,
You know? But at least we are moving things forward. It's just it doesn't feel like as much because it was in such short little chunks throughout the issue.
yeah. And I'm
But I
liking
mean,
I'm liking the story, but like you said, the whole thing with Green Arrow, I was like, it seems like we kind of detoured Martian Manhunter. I don't know, just
yeah, because he needed to be at the end of this issue here, right?
yes. All right,
I
so
don't know. I mean, yeah, I mean it's good. It's just it's such a small chunk of where we're going that it doesn't feel like we've moved the ball forward much.
I think the biggest thing these books are doing this week is to introduce the new Aqualad.
Yeah.
All right, should we get to the last one?
You bet.
I think this might be my favorite cover out of all these this week. Brightest Day number 12. Well, the Firestorm cover. Brightest Day number 12 from December 2010. All This Useless Beauty. Oh man. Okay. Same teams, I think, but okay, let's count our inkers off, kids. David Beatty, Joe Prado, Keith Champagne, Tom Guyon, Rebecca Bachman, Mick Gray, Kristen Alamy, and Patrick Gleason. So 8 inkers on this issue.
Nice.
All right, so hold on, I'm gonna scroll back here. All right. Yep, we're back on Mars. So he tells that other Green Martian, "I hear you. I'm coming for you. I'm coming to end you, Decay Draz." It looks like she made him dinner. But basically the whole thing is she's it's basically we're the last 2 Green Martians. We got to repopulate, and she's like, this is your mission, right? You want to bring back Mars. And then he's like, they actually carved this Martian symbols for love and hate into her skin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it gets really weird.
Yes. Oh yeah. I mean, basically, she's a psychopath.
Messing with his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
And he's just like, no, I can never love someone as twisted as you.
And we get the Justice League.
Well, yes, at least they.
Mental simulacrum of them.
Yes. But yeah, these two are battling across Mars and kind of intertwining because that's what shapeshifters do. Hey, at least this Justice League illusion has two Green Lanterns, Hallie and Guy.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, we got Green Lantern's appearances.
Exactly.
Sort of. Not really, but I'm gonna take it. We'll take it.
I think she captured Guy's voice here because he's like, you can't always get what you want, Johnny. You can have one or the other, but you can't have both. Yeah, because the Justice League illusion is basically like, oh yeah, you're siphoning life from Earth and giving it to Mars. We can't have that.
Yeah.
But then back to Deathstorm. But yeah, Ronnie's like, Deathstorm just created his own Black Lantern Corps. What do we do? And Jason's like, we gotta go after him.
Hey, Night of the Flying Dead, wait up.
Yeah, because Ronnie, Ronnie's like, he really can't get his stuff together, and Jason's like, I did my homework on you. He's like, I did it. Next to Batman and the Flash, you had more supervillains targeting you than anyone else, and you beat them. You were the youngest member ever to join the Justice League, and they went after you. You stopped nuclear wars. Oh yeah, let's not forget that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels weird. He's like, we're not supposed to argue. Wait, this is arguing?
We're in trouble.
But yeah, the voices once again saying, stop, bring me the White Lantern.
Then I think Professor Stein says that voice, I've heard it somewhere before.
Yeah.
Do you remember who this is?
No, I do not.
I don't either. I don't know who it is.
So yeah, the Black Lanterns all like kind of disappear, and they're like, "What do we do?" And Jason's like, "I don't know, but I think it's bigger than just the two of us. I think it's time we go find the Justice League." But then,
hey, and we get not Deadman.
Yes, not Deadman himself. Yeah, basically getting some information from Oracle, I think.
Yep, the Watchtower, Gotham City.
But he's like, oh, I just had a shiver run up my spine. I haven't felt that since the White Ring brought me back to life. And Dub's like, what do you think that means? Oh, it's probably nothing, as we see that's
Deathstorm.
Yes. Black Lantern, Deadman, yes. So yeah, I can't remember what that is. Is that just like part of them, or?
I don't remember either. I guess we'll have to find out next week, right? Or a week after next.
So they're basically trying to do their homework on every hero or who uses light powers, maybe thinking this one of these is the new champion.
Or that have come back from the dead, I think, maybe. Because they've got the Flash in there and Green Arrow.
Oh yeah, that's right. So that's Oracle for fouls on every hero who's connected to the light, another batch on everyone who we thought was dead and then turned up alive. So yes, it is light people and the resurrected. And then back to Martian Manhunter battling on Mars. He says, I know none of this is real, and it looks like he defeats her, but then Mars appears to come back, everyone, including his wife and child. But at the end we see, nope, that's just her
messing with his mind.
All right, so what you think, Will?
I think we're moving along. We're getting there. And it looks like 13 is going to be a Hawks issue. So.
Oh yeah, between the cover and I know the last page of this one said, next, our Hawk World at War.
Yeah. Nice. But yeah, I mean, this is moving along. I mean, I think we talked about this last time. One of the great things about Blackest Night was the focus, right? Because
Yes.
you had 9 issues. Plus, then you had the crossovers in, the Green Lantern title, Green Lantern Corps title, and I thought that worked really, really well to keep the story focused.
Yeah.
This one seems to be much more scattered, and it doesn't really seem to affect anything else, right? It's its own thing. It's not, and I don't know if that's, I don't know. It feels like it could be condensed down, you know,
Mm.
and a bit more focused. But I mean, each issue is good. It's just that overall, did it really need to be 24 issues, or I don't know. And this is all, of course, you know, um, you know, backseat driving and quarterbacking from the recliner, right? So
I mean, look at I mean, we're halfway through because the Brightest Day series is 24 issues, so we're halfway through this thing already. So
yeah, and I don't know that
yeah, does this feel like a halfway point for?
I don't know if they've really defined what's really going on yet. Oh, you got to go do this thing, and you got to, okay, they've got things to do.
We
But
get it. There's
now,
a mystery or two here, but it's like, yeah, have we started to get any answers about anything really?
not, I mean, well, we got a new Aqualad, but
Yeah,
well, not
true.
yet. Almost.
I mean, a
Almost.
cool new character, but did that answer anything? I mean,
Not really, no. I mean, and
when it comes to Brightest Day,
yeah. So yeah, it feels a little drawn out to
Mm.
me, but I mean, it's each issue is enjoyable. It's
Oh yeah.
just I think this could have been I I really don't know that I see this as kind of a worthy sequel to Blackest Night, right?
Yeah, it's very different because again, it's like you could pretty much read the Green Lantern books and not even read Brightest Day.
Exactly. And I think once a lot of, Green Lantern readers realize that they didn't,
Yeah.
right? Because it doesn't have that strong Green Lantern core that, Sinestro Corps War had, that, Blackest Night had.
Mhm.
This is really about these characters, bringing them back to life or not, and getting to a point where, you know, they can be used, in the DC universe again, I guess. And if that's the ultimate goal, which I believe it is, this just seems like a really long trip to take to get to that point.
Yeah, and again, I'm trying to figure out how would you like intertwine this stuff. It's like, would some of these characters be off on Hal's mission with him?
Hmm.
Would you drop some
Yeah.
of the core members from the core book on the Hawk World or something?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I think there's ways that, but it's like, as soon as Blackest Night was over, Green Lantern and Green Lantern Corps were going off this way. I mean, and Green Lantern Emerald, Emerald Warriors, they're off doing Green Lantern stuff, and for a crossover that ostensibly grew out of a Green Lantern. I mean, it was a DC Universe event, but it was really a Green Lantern event, right? It doesn't really have anything to do with Green Lanterns, and I just find that really strange.
Yeah, again, I think that they were kind of too much. They were really trying to play off the spinning out of Blackest Night. It's
Hmm. Well, and don't get me wrong, I really think Blackest Night is probably the most successful, company-wide crossover event
oh yeah,
that certainly that DC's done, and I would probably, I don't know, I would probably say that, that any company's done. Although there's some other good, there's some good, Unity from Valiant. Operation Galactic Storm. You and I are both, Avengers and Quasar fans. So, there's some really good, well executed crossovers out there. But I think Blackest Night is, if not the best, certainly one of the best.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Again, like I think we were even saying, Blackest Night is one of the best, one of the most ambitious. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, anything else, William?
I think that's it, sir.
All
Wow, we've gone about a half hour over, so yeah.
No, we did it. We did good. All right. So yes, next time, hopefully for episode 169, we'll have a special guest Love Hellfire. But either way, we will talk the Justice League, Justice Society crossover of the time. Also, I suppose a Brightest Day crossover from Justice League of America 44 through 48 and Justice Society of Justice League and Justice Society 41 and 42. So we're gonna have to talk in more vague terms. I don't know if we're gonna go issue by issue on that one.
Yeah, that's like 7 issues, isn't it?
Something like that. Yeah, so maybe we're just talking in vague terms. But yeah, I mean, we'll get some Lantern stuff. I mean, Jade, Alan Scott, I believe. Yeah, there's some Starheart in there. Our old buddy Eclipso's back.
Oh yeah, gotta like Eclipso. Well, and this deals directly with what Jade is brought back to do.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So yes, we'll get to that. And then in 2 weeks, we'll get back to Green Lantern with Green Lantern 56 through 58. And then the week after that, only 2 Brightest Day issues, 13 and 14, and Green Lantern 59. So
all right.
Yes. All right. So yes, we got lots of it coming, kids. So email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, new merch. Oh, I'm not even wearing a new shirt. I'm wearing a Green Lantern shirt. All right. So find the new merch. Again, you can just rain random money on us through the Cash App link. And of course, get the Patreon for all your uncensored Love Hellfire. Again, she's the other day, she's like, what are our patrons like Justin and them? I'm like, you just go off uncensored. They don't care. I don't think they even care what you talk about. Just go off uncensored. All right, so find it all in one place. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. It's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
All right, now for this Mr. Will Allred, master of the core, master of all cores, master of the quantum zone, master of podcasting, and he has totally mastered several successful Kickstarter campaigns. So, Mr. Will, where can people find you?
Thank you, but you can find me at WALLRED. That's at Walred at Gmail and Blue Sky and Facebook and Twitter and probably Instagram and maybe some other places that I've forgotten that I set up. As Phil said, yeah, I write comics, and I do that. They get produced via Kickstarter. So if you want to check out Crossover Division, awesome, thank you, sir. You can check out Crossover Division at crossoverdivision.com. We just kickstarted issue number 5, and we'll hopefully be sending it to the printer very shortly. You can also check out Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. And finally, you obviously have great taste because you're here listening to Phil and I talk about Green Lantern. So that means you probably love Marvel's Quasar almost as much as we do. If you'd like to find out more about Quasar, you can do that at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
Hey, boys, you look at the party? I love the party. I hope it's going somewhere nice. They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
Tom DeFalco.
Genius, madman.
Of course, somehow Jordan.
Oh, hey, before we leave, speaking of Quasar, I got a belated birthday present from Justin as a mini poster.
Oh, cool. Very cool. That's the Joe Jusko Marvel Masterpieces card.
Yep. Yeah, it's almost like an 8x10 like little mini poster. Yeah.
Very cool.
So that's probably going up there.
Nice.
I said, you know what I need to do? I said I need to find some kind of like double like frame or something. Put that up with like Matt Kona sent me the Marvel Age issue with like that original Quasar, like when the series was starting. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They need to display those together somehow.
Yep, that'd be cool. Very cool, man.
Because Justin's like, he's like, there's not a ton of Quasar posters. I'm like, we know.
We know. We are very aware of the dearth of Quasar merch. Yes.
It's the lack of Quasar merchandise. All right, kids, come back next time.
I want my omnibus. Get off my lawn.
Good luck with that. I mean, they don't even reprint some of JMD Mateus' stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Especially like the Spider-Man stuff. Like, when is Spider-Man never popular?
Come on, yeah, right?
Oh, if you want to hear me and Lil talk to JMD Mateus about his new Spider-Man miniseries, check out CapesandLunatics episode 3.8. All right, kids. Come back next time. And remember, keep your anger in check. You want to wreck that darn universe, would you? Good night.
Darn it.